You slept? Kesi asked, setting a bowl by the window. A little, I said. The walls whisper. They do. They trade lives for secrets. What should I listen for? Names, and silences around those names. Like whose? She glanced at the boar. Rahotep. The vizier? She nodded. He smiles with teeth he borrowed from jackals. Why him? The old temples bled gold, she said. He wants them open again. The sun closed their mouths. The sun, I whispered. Akhenaten's god. Is God made enemies of men who count coins, men like Rahotep? Days folded over each other, thin as papyrus. I walked halls where courtiers drifted like smoke. Two priests paused by a column. The Aten blinds, one hissed. The old gods wait, the other said. I slowed, pretending to fix my wrap. Do you fear change? They startled. Who are you to ask? No one, I said. Kesi found me near the lotus pool. Don't draw their eyes. I'm trying not to. They look anyway. That means you're useful or dangerous. Which am I? Both. Wrong day, wrong mouth. Servants murmured in storerooms. Rahotep meets at dusk, one whispered. Bring wine, bring knives. Is he planning something? I asked. A boy shrugged. Some plan safety, some plan crowns. By evening, banquet lamps lit the palace with gold. My pulse climbed the stairs ahead of me. A herald's voice rolled through the chamber. Peace to the house of Aten. An usher guided me. Here, close enough to hear. Hear what? The Pharaoh. Akhenaten approached, linen gleaming. He sat. The air narrowed. You are quiet, he said. I'm counting breaths. Fear makes you count? It makes me choose the right number. He smiled, faint and real. You look at this hall like a tide. It pulls, I try not to drown. Then float. Let the current show its edges. Currents carry knives too. True, but still water hides them. Flutes whispered through the air. Plates changed hands. Tell me your dream, I said. Not the painted one. What do you think the painted one is? Perfect light. Perfect obedience. And the true one? Peace, without bleeding for it. His eyes warmed. You say peace like an exile. I've seen what people lose when it doesn't come. Then you know my hunger. A country that prays with open hands, not fists. Rahotep wants fists. He wants what the old stones promised. Power that bows to no mourning. Will he bend? He will break or bend. The question is when. Nefertiti swept by, bracelets chiming. My king, the nomarch requests a private word. After the bread, tell him the sun sets for all. Her gaze fell on me. You dine well for a stranger. I taste carefully. Care is a thin armor, she said, moving on. You trust her? I asked. I trust her love for the throne. It keeps the house standing. And me? I trust your fear. It makes you honest. Fear can lie. Not when it trembles in the open. The name Rahotep whispered at distant tables. When I rose to leave, he said, float. I'll try. Kesi waited in the corridor. You glowed. From sweat, everyone watched. Good. Watching eyes miss watching hands. What are the hands doing? Writing, locking doors. My chamber was cooler than the hall. I barred the latch. Sleep, Kesi said. Dree water, not fire. I'll try. The palace breathed. Somewhere, sandals scraped stone. A draft slid across my face. I jerked up. The latch whispered. Kesi? Silence. Shadows regrouped. Who's there? Cloth brushed the wall. A shape stepped close, a mask black as the window. A bronze blade scratched the table in slow, deliberate strokes. What do you want? I whispered. The blade finished. The figure turned the table toward the lamp. Leave before the sun sets on you. My mouth dried. The head tilted, listening to something far away. Then the shadow slipped out. Kesi! I called. She burst in, eyes wide. I pointed at the cut words. She read, color draining. You must go. I can't. Where? Anywhere that isn't here. Do you think this is about you? Maybe, maybe not. Then it's about him, the king. Because he spoke to me? Because you sat where enemies could see. Because you were warm in his light. What do I do? Grow colder or sharper? Will sharpness save me? It might buy time. Time buys everything else. What if this is Rahotep? Rahotep doesn't warn. He measures. Someone who loves living, or someone who wants you to run. I won't run, I said, though my knees shook. Then hide your heart. Speak like still water. I blew out the lamp. Darkness folded us. Kesi, if the sun itself can't be trusted, what can? Footsteps, she said. Your own. Kesi, I have to tell you something, I said, closing the shutters. Her brow furrowed. You look like you've stolen the sun's crown. What is it? I'm not from here, not from this time. She blaked. What do you mean, not from this time? I come from far in the future. I was in a market, then a locket pulled me here. Her eyes widened, but she didn't laugh. That's not a jest I'd make in this palace. I'm serious. I believe you, she said slowly. Your clothes, your words. I knew they didn't belong, but you can't tell anyone else. Why? Because they'll call you a sorceress. And here, sorcery earns you the Nile. I swallowed. The Nile? A weight on your ankles, a prayer for your soul, and nothing else. The room felt smaller. So I'm trapped? You're breathing. That's more than most strangers get. By midday, a guard appeared at my door. The Pharaoh requests your presence. I followed him into the gardens, where sunlight dappled the marble paths. Akhenaten stood by a pool, watching lotus blossoms sway. You walk lightly, he said. I'm learning. Good. These gardens have ears, too. They don't look dangerous. He glanced at me. Neither do courtiers. We walked between date palms. Your reforms, I began. They've made enemies. All change makes enemies. The Aten asks for open hands, not clenched fists. But the fists, they still rule parts of Egypt. Rahotep, and others who cling to gods carved in stone. Not painted in light. That sounds lonely. It is. A kingdom is full, yet the throne is empty. I looked at him. You sound tired. He smiled faintly. I'm tired of shadows pretending to be loyal, but I still dream of a peaceful Egypt. Even if it costs you? Especially if it costs me. For a moment, his hand brushed mine. My breath caught. His gaze softened, and the tension in my chest loosened. You don't belong here, he said quietly. Maybe not, but I'm here anyway. Then be careful. This garden may look calm, but the roots beneath it are twisted. Later I asked Kesi to take me to the market. The air smelled of spice and dust, voices spilling from every stall. I've never seen this many people here, I said. Festival of Aten, she replied. Everyone's buying offerings, hoping to be seen by the priests. We wove between pottery stalls until a voice stopped me in my tracks. During the festival, a man was saying. I froze. It was Rahotep. He stood partly hidden in the shadow of a linen merchant's booth, speaking to another vizier. The king will be distracted with the ceremonies, Rahotep said. A perfect moment. And the guards? The other man asked. My men will be in place. Before the sun reaches its peak, Egypt will have a new ruler. Kesi tugged my sleeve. Come on. I held my ground. Did you hear that? I hear trouble. That's enough. Rahotep's planning to kill him during the festival. Then forget it. I can't. She stepped closer, her voice fierce. You can if you want to live. If I stay silent, I'm letting it happen. If you speak, they'll wonder how you knew. You'll be dragged in with them. I looked back toward the viziers. I could warn Akhenaten. And then? I don't know, but at least he'd have a chance. Kesi shook her head. Every chance you give him takes one from yourself. That night, I paced my chamber. The festival was only 2 days away. I heard Kesi's warning in my head, but I saw Akhenaten's hand brushing mine, his eyes warm for the first time. When Kesi entered with the evening lamp, she paused. You're still thinking about it. Yes, you're between two worlds, Freya. One you came from, one you're trapped in. You can't save both. I know, but if I do nothing and he dies, she set the lamp down. Then Egypt will go back to what it was. The old gods will rise, and you'll still be alive. Alive isn't the same as right. Her eyes narrowed. And dead isn't the same as brave. I need to think. Then think fast. The sun moves quicker here than you think. I leaned out the window, the night air thick with incense from the temple. Somewhere beyond the walls, Rahotep was sharpening his blade of politics. Somewhere closer, Akhenaten walked among shadows, not knowing one of them planned to end him. And I stood in between, in a place I was never meant to be, holding a truth I could neither bury nor speak without risking everything.